Hey everybody, this is Alex with Muddy Waters. Let's try this again. I am not sure what was going on. So, StreamYard was showing that my volume was not working, and then evidently it was working, and then StreamYard kicked me out, and it would not let it work for some reason. So, this is something that, if you've all read the title now for the second time, that I have been thinking about and I have talked with the rest of the group. Matt, can you hear me this time? Bobby, up, you can hear me. Awesome. Good deal. I just want to apologize to everybody. We have issues with StreamYard from time to time. It does not work right. I don't know why. But so So back to the topic at hand. So basically, I have talked with Dennis. I've talked with Tammy. I'm not sure how much I've really talked with Dan about this, but basically, in the back of my mind, I've always thought about um, people that go missing in situations where possibly they have somehow made it into like a river and how far they possibly might be able to go. So, one of the terrible things about death and when this type of situation happens is, when someone's deceased, they go through different stages of decomposition. And basically, they will float up to the surface. They will purge gas. The body will sink, and at some time the body will rise again and basically float, and then over time eventually it will sink. So the situation is, ponds are different than, so basically ponds and lakes are evidently different than rivers or even the ocean. So basically, I've always wondered, you know, how far could a body possibly go if it was floating and traveling down the river? We have heard stories in the past about bodies that, people that have gone missing. There's rumors, accusations, or there is actually proof that these people made it into the water. So I've been thinking, as Muddy Waters as a group, what could we do to try to prove or disprove some of these theories? Um, so I've been thinking about this. What can we do? So I have come up with an idea of basically getting some type of floatable device. Now, of course, we can't make this 100% correct because I'm not going to buy a dummy or some type of something that looks like a human body and throw it in the river because we know that'll cause issues. So, in my thoughts of doing this, is I would like to get some type of floatable device and I want to put in it a Apple AirTag. So, Apple AirTags are pretty cool little devices. So, I have Apple AirTags. For example, I have a wallet with an Apple AirTag in it. And as you can see, it's right there. Um, I have them on my equipment in watertight containers that they sell, like on Amazon and eBay. I have them on my equipment. I have them on my trailers, etc. So I was thinking, what if we were to get some type of floatable device? And Mac, I see right now, as long as the same weight should be good. So how in the world can I do this experiment with not getting in trouble? Because ideally, to get some type of fake dummy that looks like a human body and put the sensor in it, and to do this experiment would be the ultimate way to do it. Unfortunately, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want Muddy Waters to get in trouble, that we just basically, I don't want to cause any panic on a bridge or something like that. So what I've been thinking is getting, I'll show you here. I have printed off some stuff here. So this is basically it's like a floatable backpack. Sorry, I didn't have any color ink. So it has some straps on it. It is floatable. You can put cell phones in it. You can put all kinds of stuff in it. But basically, if you were on a kayak, a raft, a boat, whatever, and it fell off, it would not sink. So my thought was, what if we were to basically get one of those, put one of these Apple AirTags in it, right there that you see in my wallet. This is an Apple AirTag wallet. And what I want to do is we have some cases around the Kansas City metro area where supposedly people have gone into the river. So I would like to recreate this because there's always been arguments. Well, we heard this person could have floated all the way to St. Louis. Well, this person floated all the way to St. Louis to the Missouri River, and sooner or later they ended up in the ocean. So why can't we try this? Why can't we try an experiment? You know, why can't we take one of these bags? And like I said, 100% this is not a spot on experiment. But what it is to be able to put one of these, AirTag trackers in one of these pouch bags that will not sink, throw it in the river, and then I want to track it with my phone. And I want to see truly how far it will go. Will it go down the river for a few minutes and then get caught up, in the brush on the side of the river? Will it make it 10 miles down the road and then get hung up? Should I leave the straps on this? Should I take the straps off? So basically it is, what can we do to do this experiment, you know, without getting in trouble? So what I thought I could do is like I said, we've got some cases here, and hold on, let me reach down here and grab some of these. These are cases that are well known, that there is either rumors, speculation, accusations of somebody possibly going in the river. So, first case, well known case, Randy Leach. Randy Leach is missing from Linwood, Kansas. Now, there is rumors, accusations, speculations that, his car went in a creek and possibly went out to the Kansas River, the Kaw River, and possibly Randy supposedly could have floated all the way to St. Louis. I believe that Dennis had words with a ex-officer at some point, because he made a statement that Randy was in the car possibly, and that him in the car floated all the way to St. Louis. So spot number one would be to go to the river is and put one of these, floatable backpack bag things in the river with one of these AirTag trackers in it, And I'm going to put a note in there, and I'm going to, say who we are, my name, what we're trying to accomplish. And if you find this and return it, and I will put, the Muddy Water Search and Recovery's P.O. box, that if they find it, if somebody does find it, I'm just saying, if somebody does find it, if they are willing to put it back in the mail and, know, send it, might even send them I don't know yet, but I will make it worth somebody's while if they will send us the tracker back, because I can track it. I can see where it goes any given time. So, you know, I think this would be an awesome way of really looking at something. Now, granted, this is not a spot on experiment by any means. This doesn't prove anything by any means, except yes, if something was to get on top of the water and float, how far could it go? So that's what I really want to find out. And I think, you know, it would be an incredible case. So once again, Randy Leach missing out of Linwood, Kansas. There was accusations and rumors that he possibly could have went in the water. So that's the first case. And in that general area, I would like to put the first one in that area. Second case, Andreas Martz. Andreas has been missing, and I apologize if I'm not saying his name correct, but he is missing out of Leavenworth, Kansas, and he has been missing since 2010. Andreas had been going through a lot in his life. He had a disease that caused some issues, and basically he told everybody that he was going to, if I remember right, he was going to cleanse himself in the river of God, the river to see God, something to that effect. So basically, if if Dennis was on here, Dennis could help me with this. But I believe if you're on the north side of Leavenworth, Kansas, there is the Blue Bridge that goes over into Platte County. Well, underneath of that is the camping, boating area. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's where they found his car, Andre's car. And we believe that that's where he basically jumped in, walked in. But supposedly that is where he supposedly went. So that is going to be site number 2. We are going to put one of these backpack things with the Apple AirTag in it, and we are going to put it in the water there. And we're going to see where that location will take us. Okay, case number 3. And this is really a sad one. Jeremy Coots. Jeremy Coots is missing out of Atchison, Kansas. We have been talking a lot with Jeremy's mom. Dennis has. Very sweet lady, heartbroken. But this is part of doing this, is that everything that's been said about Jeremy is Jeremy walked right into the river, basically. You know, the day that Jeremy went missing, I believe they were supposed to get a blizzard, but they did not. But there was possibly ice jam a little bit down, maybe from the area that he went missing. Um, I'm not for sure about that. Once again, Dennis would have to, because Dennis has been the one that's been talking with Jeremy's mother. And I believe that Jeremy's mother is going to join us on a live, hopefully. Um, so basically, Atchison, Kansas would be another location that I think we need to try this experiment. Because once again, now we're talking a child. We're talking a small child. We're not talking an adult. So this is another situation that I believe we need to try. And like I've mentioned, and I'm sure that we're going to have some people out there that will talk crap on this experiment and say, well, you're not proving nothing because it's not a human. It's not a human body. It's not the correct weight. Well, that's correct. We can't prove it 100%. But what we can prove is if something was to be decaying and basically building gas and would float to the surface, how long could that person have possibly floated? Um, you know, I once again, it's just an experiment, gang. It's really just us trying to prove one way or another that, yeah, hey, it is possible 100% for this to go somewhere a long ways away. So, um, and then the fourth location. The fourth location is for you all. I want one of our followers, whether you're a YouTube follower, a Facebook follower, if you know of a case in your area where somebody possibly went into a river or they went, you know, anything that's flowing. Like I said, the pond situation, the lake situation is not going to help us at this point. This is a situation where we want a flowing river that goes somewhere. So if you know of a location and someone that's around you that has gone missing and possibly went into a river, I want you all to reach out to us at Muddy Waters and I will send you all of the stuff and I will get it synced to my phone. And I want you to be able to, if you can, if someone is close to a case, I want to send you one of these Apple AirTags and the bag and the note and explaining everything. And if someone would be gracious enough to help us with this, that would be awesome. Because, like I said, we have cases. A member of our audience, if they have a particular case they know about where they live and they want to help us participate in this experiment, please reach out to us. And, let me send you one of these setups that I want to do. So, uh, Bobby, like I said, this experiment, it's not a 100% by any means going to say one way or another to prove anything with any certain case. But it's just being able to say that, yes, if something did build enough gas, if a person's body was able to build enough gas and float to the surface, could this person go 10 miles down the river before, the gas was let out of the body and the body sunk to the bottom and got snagged? Well, could the body build enough gas that it could float all day and make it somewhere? Yes, if I have to send it to Canada, I would certainly do it. Um, you know, so air tags, you can either buy one at a time or they come in a pack of 4. So right around the Kansas City metro area, we have 3 cases that I can use 3 of them for sure. But the 4th one, I'm willing to send this setup to somebody if they will help us out at Muddy Waters with this experiment. I would like to know the case. The whole, from A to Z about the case that you can help us with doing this experiment in your area. So, um, I think it's, I've had some other stuff that I've wanted to do, and I've had some people that have talked crap on me personally. And it comes back to the Randy Leach case and finding, the Dodge 600 car and possibly doing experiments to prove one way or another all these accusations and theories and rumors, to prove or disprove how it could possibly work. But this is different. This isn't exactly the same, but um, I think it would be a great way to do some research and learn. And if I lose the Apple AirTags and they disappear, so be it. But if somebody sees this, red, orange floating bag and they grab it and they open it up and they see the note and everything, and they're like, holy crap, and they reach out to us, that would be so awesome. It's kind of like, I don't know if I'm 50. So I know when I was in elementary school, we did experiments where we did balloons with helium and we tied notes to the balloons and we let them go on the playground. And we would wait to see if somebody would write, the student back at the school's address, or they would, make a phone call and let them know that, yes, the balloon was found. Yes, Alex, your balloon was found in Nebraska. So, um, so yeah, it would be really, this is going to, I think this would be a really cool experiment to try and see if, we could prove anything or disprove anything. So, um, yes, I would definitely laminate everything. I would try to make it, so nothing would get wet. Um, so we basically, you know, I would expect that somebody might find 1 out of 4 of them. I think that the other ones might get caught up. And that's really what this is about, is if a person that was, decomposing and was bloated full of gas, would they just float down the middle of the river? Would they get caught, on the sides of the, river embankment, a creek embankment, if they somehow get off into a creek that comes off of a river? Um, so, and believe me, if I could get a bunch of them together and tie them together with sticks so they somewhat mimicked what a human being would look like, that would be really the ideal thing. But I don't want anybody I wouldn't want to cause a wreck on a bridge or a highway or anything because people thought they saw somebody floating. I don't want to cause anything like that. So I'm just trying to think, what would be the easiest way. And I think just one of these items tied together, or, one of them with all the information in it and, putting it in the river and letting it go and tracking it and seeing where it really goes. And yeah, let's see what happens. So, and yes, I watch Heavy D Sparks videos, and I did just watch the one where possibly that young man, he could be trapped under the ice and they couldn't get to those areas, but they couldn't see him through the ice. So But this is where we're at. This is what I want to try. So, I hope you all will join in, and follow the updates. I will try to get the Apple AirTags bought in the next few days and get the other stuff ready. And then I believe I saw that Dennis said he has a laminator. So we'll have to get something all done up and get this experiment going. So I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that joined in. I'm sorry I was having issues earlier. Sometimes StreamYard works really good. Sometimes it works like crap. So, I think Rain wants to say something to you all. Rain, you want to talk? No? Okay. She don't want to talk. But thank you again for everybody that joined. I do apologize for the issues earlier with StreamYard. And if you all could, please like and share our videos. If you find it in your heart that you would like to join Muddy Waters YouTube channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Also, we had a anonymous donation, I believe, for $100 towards the ground penetrating radar unit, the GPR unit. So, thank you so much. That's a blessing for sure. So, thank you very much. So, this will be the end of this video. As I get this stuff rounded up, I'll do another video in a few days to let everybody know. Also, I'm going to be doing another video here, maybe tomorrow afternoon, about 2024 with with Muddy Waters. And if you are in the Kansas City metro area, or if we are in a different state and you possibly would like to help us with doing ground searches, boots on the ground, I'm going to do a video for that, just so we can put the word out. So once again, everybody, thank you for joining. I hope the start to year 2024 was wonderful, and we will talk at you all later. Thank you very much.